Hello, everyone. This is Kaisha Gabriel. Thank you so much for joining us for the top 5 considerations for your hybrid integration strategy. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to finish joining in. So I'll put us on hold for just a minute, but thank you again for joining. Hello, everyone. As I said earlier, my name is Kaisha Gabriel. I'm the North America Field Marketing Manager for Kellton Tech. Thank you guys so much for taking time out to join us for our webinar. Today's topic is the top 5 considerations for your hybrid integration strategy. Before we get started, I wanted to go over a little bit of housekeeping. If you have any questions during the presentation, you'll please type them into the Q&A section of your control panel. We will address them at the end of the webinar. If we don't have time to respond to all of your questions live, we will respond to them via email. As a reminder, this session is being recorded. For those of you that opted in to receive a link to the recording and the slide deck, we will be sending that out in the next few days. We have with us today Murali, Polakam, and Kanumuri, 2 of our top digital integration experts with over a decade of experience in enterprise architecture, solution design, and integration strategy and development. Before we get started on today's topic, I wanted to provide you with a brief corporate overview. Next slide, please. Kellton Tech has been a pioneer of digital transformation for the past decade, with operations in North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Our clients range from startups to Fortune 500 companies, with a core strength supported through our ISO 9001 certification and CMMI Level 5 compliance. We are 1,500 plus employees strong in our publicly traded company. Kellton Tech is a new age global IT services consulting company. Next slide, please. We design, develop, and operate digital technologies that create new business models for our clients. Our digital services cross 6 major pillars: digital transformation, which includes IoT, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud-based solutions; digital integration, which provides integration services in support of your digital systems; digital enterprise enables intelligent enterprises by leveraging end-to-end SAP solutions as an SAP Gold partner; and outsource product development and support services, as well as digital commerce and marketing, which delivers omni-channel e-commerce solutions focused on improving the overall customer experience. Finally, we also offer IoT-enabled platform solutions for oil and gas and the manufacturing industries. Now I will hand it over to Ram to begin our official webinar discussion on hybrid integration.
Thank you, Kaisha. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome again. Thank you for taking your precious time to join us this afternoon. As you can see, we will talk a lot more about hybrid integration platforms and even more than platforms as a strategy. I just wanted to let everyone know that this webinar is a start of a series of webinars that we would like to conduct in this hybrid integration space. And this is one of such webinar series which will touch upon the benefits of hybrid integration strategy at a high level, and maybe also give you some pointers on how to approach your own hybrid integration platform and strategy. As you can see, most of the time I would always say infrastructure and middleware, as defined by Gartner, is an evolving space. And as enterprise architects, many of you might have also seen that it is a new approach that we have to formulate to build what we call or enable what we call our digital initiatives. So looking at it, more and more companies move toward kind of digital business models, or there is always a greater need for modernizing your application infrastructure and middleware to connect data, software, users, and hardware in ways that deliver upon the new digital services or products and models. So a significant shift toward digital business models that harness emerging technology trends, such as cloud computing, such as Internet of Things, of course, analytics and artificial intelligence is boosting worldwide attention on such middleware infrastructure. So going into the topic on how to recognize that there is a need for such hybrid integration as a platform for the enterprise or as a strategy for the enterprise is what is the first topic. So in this, we understand that most digital businesses which are looking to deliver new digital services or products or experiences especially face a lot of challenges. As more and more applications of these large enterprises move to the cloud, application leaders face increasingly complex integration requirements, either within the same cloud that they recently adopted or across different clouds, of course, still the on-premise endpoints. So what is forcing them to look towards a hybrid integration platform or a strategy is fundamentally, first and foremost, large enterprises with on-premise integration platforms see that these on-premise ESBs do not address the new digital and cloud integration requirements. Although, the last, I would say, last 10 years, many enterprises are familiar with, iPaaS, integration platform as a service, or even integration software as a service, or sometimes even API tools. These needs that they require actually new specialized skills to leverage them. And also sometimes an iPaaS might not be available to port your code across multiple clouds and on-prem scenarios. So one platform for all integration scenarios, still continues to remain suboptimal. And that actually, forces us to think about what is that new way of leveraging a strategy for a hybrid integration. As you can see in this picture, again, credit to Gartner here on this picture, the requirements for such a futuristic hybrid integration strategy are pervasive. Not only we have business partners who want to look for rapid enablement or self-serve. We have enterprises leveraging SaaS components like Salesforce, like Kronos, Workday. Many of the shared services platforms are moving to SaaS. And SaaS has its own challenges of integration as well. We also know IoT and 5G has become so much of a reality that Internet of Things and connectivity with those frameworks is also crucial in that aspect. We have seen also data moving into cloud, and those become even bigger challenge for data being integrated in the cloud as well. So as many enterprises move from on-premise only kind of a IT landscape into cloud-based solutions and redefine who does the integration work, not just the specialists within your IT who are integration specialists, but how do we enable line of businesses to have their own, you can say, casual integrators or ad hoc integrators. That becomes the premise for primary premise for articulating a hybrid integration platform or a strategy. So organizations have redefined their integration strategy to lies in between legacy systems and cloud technologies. Converting to an out-and-out cloud platform is not a viable solution. Enterprises are continuing on with their own legacy, on-premise legacy systems. Another aspect is ensuring regulatory compliance to say certain security and protection for data, either leaving their control or even hybrid integration provides that perfect solutions to bridge the gap between what you can control and what you can delegate the control to even third-party SaaS providers. So another important aspect that hybrid integration strategy has to look for is to foster such innovation in applications that enterprises still continue to build on their own. Many enterprises have a strategy to leverage SaaS as much as possible, but we all know in certain aspects of enterprise IT, where systems are classified as the differentiating system for our business, we still want to build those systems on our own. And we have seen them also move into the cloud, adopting the new age microservices architecture and so on. So having not just an ability to integrate those cloud applications, but an ability to integrate multiple cloud applications across multiple cloud platforms is the norm nowadays. So looking at the fundamental building blocks of a hybrid integration platform, yes, application integration is still a backbone. Data integration is still very crucial, but the new age emerging technologies like being able to provision and establish RPA or robotic process automation and artificial intelligence is mandated in the new demand for the integration and middleware. So your integration strategy in a hybrid form should be also considering to take care of multiple endpoints and maximize your investment towards agility and innovation. With that being said, I would like to touch upon what should you do as part of your hybrid integration strategy. How would you formulate a hybrid integration platform for your enterprise? At a very high level, there are 4 core areas that you have to look at when you are formulating a strategy for your hybrid integration. I believe first and fundamentally most important criteria is to able to support various personas within your IT that will build various integration patterns. And of course, we are much more richer in the old school integration where integration specialists do everything. But in the new age of cloud-based applications and fast-moving microservices-based applications, the application domain owners or the line of business owners are also your integrators. So that's what we call ad hoc integrators or citizen integrators. They are also fundamental in the future journey, and a top consideration has to be given to your hybrid integration platform strategy that such personas are well supported. And of course, as such personas, and we can call maybe a bimodal IT or a multi-speed IT, those are truly enabled when you continue to build digital assets that digital integrators then will make them a lot more reusable. The second most important consideration, of course, to your hybrid integration platform is to support all kinds of endpoints, not just, of course, not just the on-premise and mobile endpoints, but nowadays cloud, multi-cloud endpoints, and also Internet of Things. So look for capabilities and strengths in your strategy and platform choices that multiple endpoints are supported. When it comes to deployment models, again, your middleware of the future should be agile, should be flexible, and should be able to be contained in your restrictive conditions, like can your middleware be subscribed from a provider? Can your middleware be both subscribed and managed? Can it be, so being able to deploy multiple building blocks of your hybrid integration platform in various deployment models is crucial. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next slide. But before I go there, of course, your integration strategy and your hybrid integration platform have to support the core integration domain requirements, like a data domain asking for integration with data lakes, or continued application integration, continued B2B integration. And about these integration domains and patterns, you will hear from Murali later down in this webinar when he talks specifically about the benefits. The aspect of selecting the capabilities of your HIP, especially the deployment models, I would want to quickly touch upon this subject as well, because this is very important. As you can see in this picture, again, credit to Gartner, typical iPaaS can be looked upon as one of the building blocks of your hybrid integration platform. And what are your options when you subscribe for such an iPaaS? And here, I just want to quickly run through what does a control plane mean. It is typically nothing but your development and management tools, and of course, ability to monitor, control, and administer. So everything, all the capabilities that enable monitoring and administration is your control plane. And also you can maybe call it your mothership. The integration runtime is the engine that executes the actual orchestration of various integration flows, also encapsulates transformation and mapping and delivery of data and data quality aspects. While the agents take care of connectivity and security, and agents are your runtime components where protocols are executed, are also, for example, a good example is in the case of API management platforms, your agent is nothing but your gateway where you will deploy the runtime APIs. So that's a classic example of what a control plane is, what's an integration runtime is, and what our agents are. Now, going back to the subject of deployment models, you can see your hybrid integration strategy should look for many of your building blocks to be able to be deployed in a distributed model. And at a minimum, we need to ensure that the building blocks can support a remote access deployment model. And against hybrid integration platform architected as described above, give IT leaders the opportunity to support multiple deployment options, whether it's centralized, remote access, and distributed. Over the past 10 to 15 years, many organizations have already notably invested into classic on-premise integration platforms, typically to support our ground-to-ground application integration. And often these platforms support hundreds or if not thousands of integration flows across dozens of applications and data sources. Now, these platforms can also support cloud-to-ground requirements, but they are not well suited for more cloud-to-cloud or cloud-centric scenarios. This is because they don't typically support the remote access or the distributed deployment model. Again, I'm talking about your old school ESPs. They cannot support distributed deployment model. So the most practical approach to implementing your hybrid integration strategy for situations like this is to likely build your strategy with a federation of multiple building blocks. And now this may include not only your old school ESB and ETL tools, but new acquisition of an iPaaS, maybe an acquisition of an API management platform, looking for B2B gateways that are in the cloud, and nowadays integration software as a service. That is, rapid, embeddable, drag and drop integration capabilities are fundamental for your engineering your strategy for hybrid integration. So what should you do when you start implementing your HIP? Plan to deploy a HIP inspired integration infrastructure gradually. Take your time, maybe over the next 3 years. because taking into account requirements arising from your digital business initiatives, such as maybe cloud first, mobile first, API economy, your IoT projects. So implementing a HIP or a hybrid integration platform or a strategy, gradually introducing support to new constituents is very important. For example, how do you bring in the ability to support your citizen integrators? Yes, you will need a rapid tool that is drag and drop integration in the cloud. How would you introduce capability for Internet of Things? So why I strongly stress upon gradually adopting your HIP strategy and your building blocks is fundamentally a lot of these technologies are emerging and they are changing. So it is always good to match your tactical domain needs to your strategic roadmap and acquire your hybrid integration building blocks over a period of time that suits your own roadmap. With that being said, let me give the control to Murali, who will address various domain needs, the integration patterns, and benefits primarily of this integration platform and a strategy. And he will start with data integration in the cloud, which is, of course, the most important aspect of integration problems for enterprises. Murali?
Hey, thank you, Ram. Thanks for providing the insights on hybrid integration. So let me explain some key benefits of hybrid integration platform, starting with data integration in cloud. The integration challenges organizations face for data in an enterprise is more critical than ever in business scenarios. With the advancement in data storing technologies like data lakes, cloud storage, in-memory storage, NoSQL DBs, cloud applications, along with traditional RDBMS, the data spaghetti scenarios grow bigger and bigger even with the latest data lake management tools. So instead of being complex on-premise, now it becomes hybrid and even more complicated. An ideal integration technology brings order to the enterprise as well as to the data in the enterprise with proper integration in place in a hybrid data environment. Now, how can we achieve this? You can expose data properly as services as opposed to directly exposing without appropriate controls and security. You can aggregate data as well as the events generated by the data with integration layer. You can implement best governance and security around the data using proper integration technologies. So let's discuss the focus areas and benefits for data integration in cloud. Data synchronization to the cloud and how it enables scalability. Organizations have numerous applications, services, and systems they employ to support their day-to-day business processes. To ensure all the components maintain the same information throughout, data synchronization is essential. Hybrid integration platform allows the users to access easy and hassle-free data in real time, irrespective of where the data is stored, whether it is on-premise or cloud. The increasing amount of storage is outpaced by the high volumes of data processed by various applications in any business organization. The allocation of data storage is being dynamically increased as the applications demand. For example, smartphones today offer increasing amounts of built-in storage. The hardware is being outpaced by the rate we create content, whether it is photos, videos, downloading large files, or even creating presentations. So the need for a safe, secure cloud backup service is obvious, and so is the need for a service that can scale to meet your future needs as your content library grows. Samsung Cloud users get an initial allocation of 15 GB for free, but if that is no longer enough, users can easily choose to purchase additional cloud storage per month by directly going into the settings menu. The next is DaaS, which empowers data consumption from cloud and governance. DaaS is an approach to make data available whenever it is needed. It entails the availability of critical data in a convenient, cost-effective manner to business, and it also enables users to access specified useful data on demand, regardless of any organization's structural and geographical barriers, which entail an effective governance to develop frameworks, policies, processes, and standards. Data analytics, it can be simple. Today, the term is most often used to describe the analysis of large volumes of data, high-velocity data, which presents unique computational and data handling challenges and enables automation provisioning of AI and ML engines. The data security for most organizations have moved or in the process of moving a major share of their data to the cloud. Some have even opted for a multi-cloud environment. Applications, hardware, and databases are residing on cloud, leveraging a combination of integration as a service, platform as a service, and SaaS solutions. Data security and access control lists play a very crucial role for organizations in defining compliance with various regulations such as the GDPR or HIPAA. Role and policy-based access controls are essential to govern, preserve, and audit data and associated entitlements. If these controls are not managed, you introduce unnecessary complexity and risk. Fine-grained access controls designed to provide optimal data security even when sharing data. One additional feature that directly addresses the problem of insider threats is advanced encryption. The next benefit we're going to discuss is multi-cloud application integration. It is an integration strategy which enables integrating multiple public and private cloud environments via APIs, leveraging iPaaS platforms. Many organizations that are having their applications on the different cloud also want to integrate into different cloud environments, and with the availability of multi-cloud management platform, businesses can reduce their dependency on a single cloud provider. Leveraging Kellton hybrid integration platform strategy, businesses can integrate to multi-cloud environments via API gateways. It is important not to confuse the term multi-cloud with the hybrid cloud because these terms refer to two different aspects of cloud computing. Multi-cloud use cases rely on more than one cloud provider, whereas hybrid clouds are classified as an environment that uses a combination of different cloud and on-premise systems. Businesses can significantly improve their productivity, efficiency, and their businesses by multiple clouds. This part of integration is ideal for the flexibility required to effectively complete different tasks. Businesses use multi-cloud integration have the benefit of switching between cloud apps with different pricing models. It also helps avoid costly situations while keeping cloud providers honest. Multi-cloud deployments usually include failovers between cloud providers for this particular reason. If there's downtime with one provider, organizations can quickly shift their resources to another for high availability. The hybrid integration platforms form the ideal building block for cloud-based applications. Let's understand the focus areas and the benefits. The microservices and frameworks. Applications set up in multi-cloud environments can connect via microservices framework in hybrid integration platform. Adopting to the hybrid integration can reduce long-term IT maintenance costs and make the initiative successful. An apt hybrid integration platform is necessary in any microservices environment. This lightweight container can scale down depending on your needs. It works equally well as a container in point of sales of deployments or massively horizontally scalable implementation. Microservices platform is programmable model, agnostic, and multi-container capable. You are free to use any programming language in a single solution. As a container, the platform ships with hundreds of pre-built useful APIs and services, frameworks, and in-memory data grid support to save your time. Services are hot swappable. As microservices change, you can change the corresponding services on the integration layer without needing to bring the server down. Moving on to service meshes. Service mesh provides visibility, resiliency, traffic, and security control of distributed application services. They deliver policy-based networking for microservices in the constraints of virtual network and continuous topology updates. Externalizing via declarations the logic to support network potential issues like resiliency simplifies dramatically developers' work. For enterprise IT and technology users, Kellton Tech hybrid integration platform provides a fully containerized microservices-based service mesh that allows large-scale integration of cloud, SaaS, and on-premise applications in hybrid and federated setup. It allows complex event processing and enterprise application integration, supporting complex custom requirements that create unique competitive advantage for our customers. APIs are the cornerstone of a new agile multi-cloud integration architecture that can integrate applications and data across multiple cloud providers, as well as connect to traditional on-premises enterprise environments. This type of new modern integration style breaks up integration runtimes into smaller, more manageable, and dedicated components. Lightweight public cloud services from different providers offer compute, storage instances, and networking services as different APIs. What's really important is a way to standardize integration and the data movement across multiple clouds while maintaining control and without slowing down the innovation. An API layer is a way to abstract and address multi-cloud compatibility challenges across providers. Multi-cloud integration also enables elasticity and scalability of managing resources required a specific or a strategic resource allocation operation. It can handle the increase and decrease of resources according to the workloads. It allows the support of ability to compose and provision microservices, supports MVC framework and its integrations, supports service mesh or sidecar container proxy for service-to-service communication and orchestration of microservices. Hybrid integration platform builds the framework for continuous deployment and continuous integration for microservices and containerized cloud applications. Moving on to SaaS integration. Now, what is SaaS? The term SaaS means a software that is retained, managed, and delivered by service providers. Well-known examples of SaaS applications include Google Apps, Office 365, Salesforce, and much more. Now, what is SaaS integration? It is an approach of integrating multiple applications and disparate data sources on the same cloud or different cloud environments. SaaS data integration has become crucial for enterprises with applications, data, and processes in a multi-tenant hybrid environment. For various reasons, mainly driven by business needs, customers are looking to tightly integrate their data in the SaaS app with their on-premises backend systems and databases. Kellton Hybrid Integration Platform offers an easy-to-deploy and cost-effective SaaS data integration solution for integrating enterprise data with software as a service applications. The focus area and benefits for SaaS. The key considerations for SaaS integration are that it drives automation of integration processes and enables the ease of use for organizations. Hybrid integration strategy is very relevant for your enterprise for the following reasons. The HI strategy delivers self-service, cloud integration, and SaaS integration while still allowing your organization to keep a control on such automated integration facilities of hybrid integration platform. It can integrate data between cloud apps, SaaS platforms, with your on-premise application databases and files. The integration does not have to be comprehensive at the start. Many organizations take it gradually by moving on-premise departmental functions to SaaS model. SaaS integration drives automation of integration processes and enables the ease of use for organizations. It also helps you to maximize value of your cloud computing investment by ensuring the timeliness of data delivery and integration delivery, ensuring rapid deployment and quick adaptation of SaaS software, and accelerates the deployment processes. It also ensures that your data is readily available wherever and whenever required, irrespective of the original location of the data, through hybrid integration platform capability to persist and cache data in layers. The data is fully synchronized across the cloud and on-premise systems. Now, another key benefit we'll be discussing is B2B integration. Ram, next slide, please. The business-to-business integration is the automation of business processes and communication between two or more organizations. It allows them to work and trade more effectively with their customers, suppliers, and business partners by automating key business processes. B2B integration software provides the architecture needed to digitize information and quickly route it through an organization's trade ecosystem. The need for business integration is taking on new levels in the technology sector. Organizations can't go for it alone anymore. The large the organization, the bigger the need for extensive integration capabilities. Apache is no-brainer as a combination with B2B integration. They work hand in hand together for seamless integration and better solutions all around. The emergence of cloud-based solutions is affecting the market slowly. The success of electronic data interchange managers from market leaders such as IBM and OpenText have prevented cloud solutions from disrupting the market like they have others. Enterprises investing in digital transformation and focusing on digital operational excellence and ecosystem transformation will collaborate to improve their supply chain and significantly boost efficiency with these new age B2B integration strategies. And to start with, let's talk about partner management. Onboarding and maintaining underlying trading partner data is one of the most time-consuming activities IT departments must handle. Businesses want to leverage partner relationships the sooner they can to reduce the pressure of onboarding times. Often, IT departments are tasked with supporting growth both in number of partners and a constantly changing mix of partners and their technical requirements. To bring partners on board, IT departments often struggle with redundant manual tasks across multiple applications while keeping contact data and certificates up to date. The ability for partners to self-manage aspects of the onboarding process and support each other's partner-specific technical requirements is very crucial. Enterprises are discovering the value of moving away from strictly ground-based on-prem EDI B2B integration to a cloud platform service that reduces cost and sets them up to adapt, compete, and win. Enterprises are looking for new opportunities for new services and business models in the B2B and partner ecosystem by exposing the operational levers of B2B commerce to their partners to take advantage of the network effect in propagating and thereby increasing the net value of the product or service. Now, such enablement of partner ecosystem is viable with partner self-serve APIs. Organizations will expose more APIs both internally and externally and need to find an easy way for users to find the right API, then figure out how to use it. So partner gateways in cloud. Many companies are embracing cloud-based deployment models as a part of their business strategy, but it's more important to consider the integration between cloud and on-premise applications. Security policies often dictate the data that can or cannot be stored in the cloud. Companies need to be careful where data is being stored because many application vendors rely on third parties to host their cloud offerings. Looking for capabilities of API that enable integration with cloud-based applications. Many of us are familiar with the different B2B standards like EDI, X2L, ADFACT, and XML standards like OAG, CIDX, ROSET-ONET, etc. But in the new age of cloud and self-serve B2B and partner ecosystems, rapidly evolving industry standards like open banking and buy-in of banking industry are forming the basis for standardization and rollout of B2B systems. It is very important to look out for the support of such industry standards when adopting a hybrid integration platform. The next benefit is legacy integration. Businesses face problem of integrating legacy systems with new technologies, web applications, mobile applications, as well as in the cloud. Legacy systems are old, inflexible technologies put into place to resolve previous business challenges. These systems, because of their long lifespans, tend to be fragile, obsolete, and difficult to integrate with new cloud and web-based services. Kellton Tech hybrid integration approach offers a robust solution for businesses looking to solve the problem of legacy modernization and offers various benefits for its users. Let's focus on the benefits for legacy integration. The on-premise integration provides legacy systems availability to cloud. The applications on-premise expose data as a service and application as a service to the cloud via APIs. Legacy system integration tackles the challenge of connecting with APIs both on-premises and over the cloud, bridging the network divide. The integration takes information from on-premise systems and leverages new systems in order to drive business. Kellton Tech hybrid integration platform takes on the challenge of legacy system integration by exposing those legacy systems and by providing API gateways for communication between the cloud applications and the legacy system. With a catalog of cloud connectors, users will have instant API connectivity to numerous applications and services, allowing for connection on premises or in the cloud. Hybrid integration tools can communicate between several components, messaging services, connectors, frameworks, etc., to streamline processes and ensure interoperability and the ability to connect cloud systems together to leverage shared data and maximize the input of the data across the organization. The network security enablement includes configuration of policies, SSO, audits, intrusion and prevention detection, logging and other functions make the operational dynamics integrated. The hybrid integration platform ensures the reduction of data silos and provides data as a service to cloud applications on demand. With this, I'm going to wrap up on the key benefits of hybrid integration strategy, and I hand it back to Ram for closing remarks.
Thank you, Murali. Just to recap, we touched upon the core benefits of applying a hybrid integration strategy for your enterprise. Of course, these 5 benefits that we talked about: data integration, cloud application integration, legacy data integration, SaaS integration, and B2B integration are not just these can be your core key benefits, but there are a lot more benefits that we can address. I think one key benefit that we did not talk about a hybrid integration platform here is also IoT integration capabilities, being able to integrate with millions of devices on the edge, but also exposing those devices and their data into cloud-based emerging technologies like big data gateways, like analytics of large data and reverse insight back into the edge and so on. But before I go there, I want to talk about API in a little bit more depth here. As you have seen when Murali was talking about all these benefits, in pretty much every benefit, we have an API-based premise to it. The SaaS applications, although they are third-party, they come with connectivity capabilities to APIs. The new age applications that we are planning to build in the cloud, the microservices, they orchestrate themselves with APIs and so on. So API is not just a benefit, it forms the premise for your architecture of engineering applications and their connectivity and integration in the cloud. So API forms actually becomes your primary force of systems reengineering in itself. As you can see in this picture, when we talk about applications that are built on our own, that we continue to build on our own in cloud platforms like Azure and AWS, the reason we build on our own is to ensure the differentiation of that unique application for our enterprise against our competition. And with that premise, yes, such applications need to change fast. They move fast. They change so fast that they need to reach a speed of innovation. While on the other end, yes, we adopt a lot of SaaS applications. Yes, we are moving our data and big data into the cloud. Maybe we call it a data fabric or a data lake. The reason and the core focus there is security of our data and the consistency of the usage of the SaaS applications. While any legacy systems, the on-premise systems, maybe our mid-office, back-office systems, we look to optimize our investments into those technologies. And again, API, creates a right architectural premise for such integration as well. And looking at what API strategy does is not just your microservices for application re-engineering, it's your SaaS integration as well. Although those APIs are, we don't develop those APIs. SaaS systems come pre-built with API-based integration. API-led connectivity for our application modernization, the legacy modernization, and much more important, I would talk about API monetization. I think Murali talked about in the B2B scenario, where we talk about self-serve. Just to, I think Murali mentioned about open banking and VM, I will maybe use the same industry example. We know BFSI, banking and finance industry is going through a rapid evolution, especially in the cloud technologies and the way they want to leverage API-based connectivity. I think, for example, Europe's, I think it's called Payment Services Directive 2, PSD2. UK's Competition and Market Authorities, they have their own initiative called Open Banking. And in USA, we have NACHA coming out with some standardization. We have IFX as well that have started on some standardization. When we look at how the APIs are being standardized, and specifically to BFSI, there could be an area of fraud and risk. Can we make an API available for account validation? And there could be an area of data sharing between, say, BFSI partners for credit decisions. Can one bank request information from another bank to make its own credit decisions? And of course, our old school payment solutions and payment access, we still want to look at how we can expose self-serve APIs for your ACH originators. So these are the kind of real world problems that we talk about when we want to expose data or functionality in the form of data as a service, but also not just expose for free, but you would like to make money out of it. So you would sell the usage of such APIs, and that's what we call API monetization. And provisioning such APIs, securing those APIs, and being able to throttle, manage, and control those usages is crucial as well. But not only that, I mean, the fast-moving applications, the UI, UX, fast-changing applications are also moving to API-based, what we call data manipulation in the UI, UX. Application services, of course, we want to do a lot more modernization of the legacy platforms in an API world. And of course, cloud enablement as well. So look forward for our series of API webinars. Yes, we will come out with an API enterprise strategy webinar, and then we will follow up with much more innovative technology demonstrations. We do not want to just talk at a high level. We will definitely demonstrate real value of the technology as well, various technologies that too. Also look forward for our series of webinars for IoT, starting off with a generic webinar called Engineering IoT Solutions, and then we will follow it up with much more deeper webinars on IoT that will demonstrate actual technology that you can look forward to. I think at this time, we would like to open up for question and answers. And I think as Kaisha indicated, you should be able to type in your questions into the Q&A panel or even the chat panel, and Kaisha will orchestrate some of those questions.
Thank you so much, Ram and Murali, for your presentation. That was really good information on hybrid integration. We have had a few questions come in. One of our questions was, will you be hosting a webinar on data integration in the cloud?
Yes, we will be. And I think, as I mentioned earlier, there will be a further series of hybrid integration. Definitely, we are planning on the subject of data lakes, the subject of data fabric. We understand a lot of enterprises are moving into the cloud with their data and maybe adopting Amazon S3. So we will have a webinar that will be even more deeper in technology. We will demonstrate certain technology like big data gateways, like ETL tools that will be leveraged in this scenario. But also we will cover the aspect of data as a service architecture, where data and insights can be readily made available for application consumption so that your innovation is to the maximum.
Great. Okay, so attendees, you've heard it here first. Keep a lookout for those invitations to future webinars coming your way in your inboxes. We did have another question. It's this individual, they said they already have on-premise ESB and are currently leveraging iPaaS for Salesforce integration. Does that mean that they have hybrid integration in place? And if so, what steps do they need to complete a hybrid integration strategy?
I'll take that. Excellent question. Yes, I think I talked about it a little bit earlier. Yes, a lot of our enterprises, we already have an on-premise integration platform that we have invested into for a long time. Yes, your on-premise integration platform can also form a building block for your hybrid strategy. Yes, it might need to change a little bit or mature itself, maybe get to the vendor and seek for the latest versions that will support hybrid connectivity. And your recent adoption of iPaaS, if I heard the question right, yes, that's another building block that you would need to formulate your hybrid strategy. Now, does that complete the picture? You have your building blocks ready, but you need to formulate a strategy that your iPaaS that you have adopted will support all your domain needs, but also it is cohesive in such a way that it is readily available to integrate with your on-premise and other constituents of your IT domains. So yes, you have started in the right path, and I can say, yes, you have the right building blocks, but ensuring that overall strategy, remember to support multiple personas, though your specialist integrators and your citizen integrators, and remember to support multiple endpoints, not only multiple cloud, but on-premise and your IoT and other initiatives down the line. Those are the qualities that you would look forward to. And as I said, your hybrid integration platform is not realized overnight. It is a gradual journey, formulating the right strategy and then working with your roadmap to achieve that strategy. And your roadmap has to follow your tactical demands that will come from various IT domains.
Great. Okay, thank you so much. We did have a couple of other questions, but unfortunately, we're out of time for today. I wanted to take a few minutes to thank everyone again for joining us for today's webinar. You've been a fantastic audience. For those questions that we did not get a chance to answer live, we will be responding to you via email. And if you have further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us either at ask@kelltontech.com, or you can visit our website for more information. So thank you again, everyone. It has been a great webinar, and we look forward to next time.
Thank you, everybody.